Okay, here we go. I'm at the parking lot here at Heitman Lake, and I'm gonna go up and spend the night. It's stormy out, it's raining, blowing. This will be a good test of all my equipment that I'm gonna take with me on my week-long mountain hike in the Kenai Peninsula. This trail's starting out pretty nice. Trail's getting a little bit thick here. Oh, there's some people up ahead. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, what a cute beagle.
Oh, yeah.
How is the lake?
Pretty good, yeah.
Do you see any like fish or anything?
No, we were just passing by real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna go up there and do some fishing. Hi.
Two more behind us.
Oh, I see that. Great. We'll do some camping here. So, excuse me. Okay, I think I'm about halfway there. It's a pretty nice trail. Definitely some bear scat. That looks pretty fresh. At least I got a nice trail. I just took a tumble on that hill there. That is slippery. I should have gone down this side instead. Have to be careful. Oh, steep hill. And it started sprinkling again. It's too hot to put on my raincoat, so I'm just gonna have to take one for the team until I get up there. And there she is, Heitman Lake. Highest lake in North America. 31,000 feet elevation, plus or minus 30,000 feet. Why does it always seem that the hike is longer than you think? Oh man, this is beautiful. Oh, I just saw a fish jump right there. Oh, this is gonna be great. Let's find a place to camp. I don't really see anything obvious. I have to go up on the ridge. I think this spot will do nicely. us through. Oh, this is a really neat spot up here. Kind of bumpy. Just a little bit windy. Nice. It's a beautiful place, but it's windy and rainy. That's exactly why I'm here. I'm testing my equipment. I have not used my tent in the rain yet, or the high winds, so this is going to be a good test. Let's give this a try. Pad tie. I had to tuck under this tree because of the rain and the wind. I didn't bring a tarp, but this is working quite nice. This is really unique. It looks like a skunk cabbage. I've never seen one that tall. Wow. I'm going to do some fishing now. Had a strike a couple minutes ago. It was really a solid strike too. I was pretty excited. Shocked actually. I have no idea how big the fish are in this lake. I do know it's stocked with rainbows. Ooh, look at that. A rainbow about 12 inches long was chasing this lure. Awesome. Maybe I want to get some action here. That would be so neat. Ooh, I got one. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, that is a beautiful fish. Wow, nice rainbow. I was going to keep and cook it, but I've already had dinner and I just don't want to hang on to it overnight. That was awesome. This sounds like a fox. So I brought my Swiss Army knife, and the saw on here is actually quite useful. I probably wouldn't use it to cut anything bigger than about my size of my thumb or so, because it's a lot slower than a regular saw, but if that's all you got, it works. And you can trim the branches quite easily by just going like this all the way down. But I want to show you a technique if you're trying to find a long stick or pole and you're in the alpine and all you got is these little twigs and stuff. This happens to be alder, which grows like weeds around here, and it doesn't grow straight. So I'm going to show you a trick. You want to bring a roll of a black electrical tape like this, which is super useful. Here in Alaska, everybody has a roll of electrical tape in their pocket. And you can just extend it if you want your stick to be a little bit longer. Let's say you're going to make a pole for your tent or tripod or whatever it is that you need to make. You can just put a few wraps of this stuff around it and then do it down here as well. And you can even double them up or triple them up. So you could take like half a dozen pieces and just tape them all together. You have to have a fair amount of tape with you, but one of these rolls will do a lot. Now you've got a longer pole, and I could extend another piece on here, keep on doing this until I had a pole that was tall enough to support my tent, and like if I wanted to use my walking stick, I could make a couple of poles, and then I could use my trekking poles for hiking around camp. You could make a fishing rod with this, get a whole bunch of these and extend it, and then just get some paracord, and you could make a fishing pole. So this technique can really save your bacon when you're up in the alpine. I've used it quite a bit, so just wanted to point out that tip for you. Well, it's time for bed. I was going to put up the bug net, but there really aren't that many bugs, so I just put my head net instead. So, and it kind of darkens it a little bit, so I like it. Good night. Oatmeal. And coffee. Oh yeah. I forgot my spoon, so I'm using chopsticks. You know, I think with a little bit of practice, I could probably just leave my spoon at home. A fork, at least. Really good. I added some raisins to it. This tree works really good. It's raining out, but it's not really raining, just barely sprinkling under here. It's not as good as a tarp, but it's not bad. Being that I didn't bring a tarp, I don't really feel like crawling back in my tent. This is not bad. So I've been thinking about all of the equipment that I have, what I used and what I should have brought for this trip. thinking long term, like if I was camping for a week. And I made a short list of things that I would bring in addition. Some type of waterproof sock, like a Gore-Tex sock or seal socks, something like that, because the inside of my boots got wet, both from sweat and rain. And you can just turn those out inside out and dry them over a little heater. And then I also would have brought my gaiters. I forgot them. I actually meant to bring them and I forgot them. And that's how my boots got wet in the first place, walking through this deep, wet grass. And probably a little bit more clothes. Oh, rubber gloves. Some heavy-duty rubber gloves. Because my leather gloves, wherever they went, they got pretty wet. And when they get wet, they're cold. So, and they also stain your hands yellow when they get too wet. At any rate, the rain's supposed to continue. In fact, it's supposed to increase and the wind's supposed to pick up today. And we're socked in with fog, which won't be a problem because I'm just going to stick close to camp and there's a really good trail that goes straight home. I'm not worried about getting lost. But I'm going to do a little bit more fishing for trout. And I think I'm just going to break down camp and leave early today. The mission was to test my tent, and my tent did great. It didn't leak at all. I was really happy with it. And my Gore-Tex bivy works really great. That's super important if you have a floorless tent, I think, is get some kind of a waterproof bivy that breathes really well. And that's a really good combination. And then when I get done, I just stuffed my sleeping bag, pushed it to the bottom of my Gore-Tex bivy, and I don't have to worry about getting it wet or anything, and I'll just pack the whole thing in there, and I'll be done with it. So it's a pretty good combination. As for bugs, so last night I only slept with a head net, and the bugs did come out. There were mosquitoes, and what I did was I had a sweatshirt on, and then I put this baseball hat on the outside of the sweatshirt hat. I loosened it up a little bit, and that was just to make it a little more comfortable so that I don't feel that knob in the back of my head. Give me a little bit of cushion. And then I put the head net over that and worked great. I slept all night like that. The one thing I would add would be earplugs because I could hear the mosquitoes buzzing around my head. So if you had earplugs, that would take care of that problem. I don't think you really need netting per se. I would probably use it when I go on my trip with my girlfriend, but if I just go by myself, I'm just gonna save the weight and use a head net and a fine mesh head net because there's no seams here as well. So yeah, overall I'm pretty happy. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.